I swear, sometimes it takes talent to be this dysfunctional. On a day when the New York Jets should have been making positive headlines by making some major changes to the coaching staff that a lot of Jets fans, including myself, were really looking forward to, like dismissing Charles London and linebackers coach Aaron Curry, as well as some surprise ones like dismissing passing game coordinator Scott Turner. Even with those positive moves, leave it to the Jets to somehow come out of it looking like an ass. With a report from NFL insider Aaron Wilson saying that Jets offensive coordinator Taylor Enstrand will remain on Aaron Glenn's staff, but the responsibility structure of the NFL's 29th ranked total scoring offense is expected to change and is still being defined. Now that's a word salad that doesn't really say much, but a lot of people have read that to mean that Taylor Enstrand could be getting demoted, could be having play calling duties taken away from him. Just generally that the Jets offensive staff is going to be changed in some major way. Now, let's get the obvious out of the way first. I don't think that Tanner Engstrand did a terrible job last year as Jets offensive coordinator. It was his first year calling plays. Statistically, the Jets offense was pretty terrible, but they were also handicapped by having Justin Fields, who's not a real NFL quarterback, playing for them, and then Brady Cook down the stretch. But generally, I thought he did fine. Now, on the other hand, I don't think it's inconceivable that the Jets couldn't find a more senior, experienced offensive coordinator out there, especially with the number who are kind of floating around right now. A few names still floating around out there: Munkin, Nagy, Kingsbury, all would be upgrades over Tanner Engstrand. I just don't think that the Jets are going to be able to get anybody nearly of that caliber, or a caliber that's better than Engstrand, to come here. Remember, the Jets are also currently trying to fill their defensive coordinator opening after firing Steve Wilkes, and reportedly they were having some high-end candidates tell them thanks but no thanks when they were offered the chance to interview for that job, which is why they kind of have the list that they currently do. So the arguments for a potential OC candidate taking a job with the Jets are basically the same arguments against that the DC coordinator has not a lot of talent. You're joining a staff that's already on the hot seat in year 2. And plus, you now have the specter of the guy who you're replacing still being on the staff. To me, that's just a recipe for disaster, so I have to wonder why the Jets would even reorganize the offensive staff unless they had a qualified candidate all set and ready to go for them. Honestly, unless they do get a clear-cut slam dunk upgrade over Engstrand, it's going to look like Glenn and company were just desperately trying to save their own asses by making as many changes as possible. There's not a lot of upside to make this move when you could just stand pat, hire a few offensive assistants, and retool the staff that way. Continuity on the staff would be much better for the team and the players' development, but also for the perception around Aaron Glenn, because right now it just does not seem like he's running a very tight ship.